Union News, the 10th of March, 2024. Welcome to Union News, your guide to what's happening in the UK trade union and labour movement. Reporting is by Pat Harrington and music is by Tim Bragg. In this edition, railway unions express outrage over significant delays in the government's railway overhaul plans. Rooted finance workers prepare to strike amidst allegations of anti-union tactics. At the TUC Women's Conference, employers' dismissal of women's health concerns is scrutinised, with unions urging increased awareness. The PC's General Secretary reflects on the impact of women against pit closures and emphasises their ongoing legacy. And in Coventry, Amazon workers' strikes result in a 20% pay increase, showcasing a triumph against the retail giant despite ongoing challenges and HR interventions. Railway overhaul delay sparks union outrage. Passengers and taxpayers suffer, says Audit Office. Unions are slamming the government's management of railway reforms following a damning report by the National Audit Office, NAO. The report reveals significant delays and limited progress in the Department for Transport's, DfT, plans to overhaul Britain's railways. The NAO states that the majority of changes and expected savings won't materialise until at least the next Parliament. RMT and ASLEF leaders criticise the government's focus on privatisation interests, calling for a publicly owned railway to benefit passengers, workers, and taxpayers.
Rooted finance workers strike amidst allegations of anti-union tactics. Frontline workers at debt advice charity Rooted Finance are set to strike following unanimous voting by Independent Workers of Great Britain, IWGB, members. Allegations of anti-union and intimidatory tactics by management have fueled the dispute, which began with concerns over low pay and inadequate training. The charity's CEO responds, expressing disappointment at the tactics employed by IWGB and promising ongoing engagement with employees. Workers highlight their frustration with management's reluctance to address concerns and engage in meaningful dialogue.
TUC Women's Conference, employers dismissing women's health concerns under scrutiny. The TUC Women's Conference recently addressed the dismissal of women's health concerns by employers, resulting in many leaving their professions. Teachers Union NASET leads a motion calling for greater awareness of gender-sensitive health and safety issues. GMB warns that women are being forced out of work due to inadequate support and understanding, emphasizing the need for trade unions to raise awareness of intersectional gender-sensitive issues.
PC's General Secretary reflects on International Women's Day, honours women against pit closures. The PC's General Secretary reflected on International Women's Day, which was celebrated last Wednesday, paying tribute to women against pit closures during their 40th anniversary. She highlights the pivotal role of working-class women in the miners' strike and the transformation of the working class and feminist movements. The legacy of fearless working-class women continues as the first woman General Secretary of PCs acknowledges the progress made by women workers in various sectors. The union leader emphasized the importance of standing on the shoulders of those who fought for workers' rights.
And finally, Amazon workers' strike success in Coventry sparks momentum for recognition. In a significant victory for Amazon workers in Coventry, ongoing strikes have resulted in a 20% pay increase, marking a substantial win against the retail giant. The Coventry-based employees, represented by the GMB Union, initiated strikes in January 2023, with membership growing steadily to over 1,100 members. Despite Amazon's efforts to recruit additional workers to undermine the action, a surplus of employees has replaced the use of overtime, costing the company an estimated £500,000. As the strikes gain momentum, discussions are underway about the future emphasis of the protests, both in Coventry and at the Minworth site near Birmingham. GMB representatives in Coventry are organising to raise a collective grievance about issues ranging from inadequate canteen food to insufficient locker sizes for workers. Management's response to damage or delays has often been to blame the workers, creating tension on the factory floor. Workers express concerns about constant monitoring, disciplinary measures, and the pressure to meet productivity thresholds. The success of the strikes has prompted Amazon to offer seemingly positive benefits to workers, though critics argue that these are attempts to avoid recognizing the union. Despite these wins, workers continue to face challenges, including HR interventions and ongoing disciplinary actions. With a growing core of strike leaders in Coventry, the push for recognition gains strength, demonstrating that the union has the structures and capabilities to make recognition a reality. The Coventry Amazon workers' story reflects a broader narrative of workers standing up against corporate giants for fair treatment and improved working conditions.